Sylvia said as she jumped up from the steps, thinking that perhaps Chloe needed help packing up collations to take to church, then regretting that she'd agreed when Chloe told her what she wanted, namely, for Sylvia to travel with her to Fitzwater Street to coax a woman from her house so that Chloe could have a conversation with her. Sylvia asked, "What woman? Why?" "Some strumpet of a woman Cephas has taken a liking to, and I need to nip it right now." Sylvia protested that she didn't really want to get involved. Plus, gambling houses were in that neighborhood. Her mother would be mortified if she knew. Chloe persisted, reminded Sylvia of all the times she cared for her when she was younger, allowing her parents the flexibility to concentrate on their thriving catering business. "You ought to give me my due, Sylvia," she said. "Weren't for me, you and your people might be relegated down there on Fitzwater." Sylvia knew there was no truth to that, but she also knew that Chloe wouldn't otherwise leave the yard until she relented. So she did. Nevada, the woman Chloe wanted to talk to, had just moved to Philadelphia and had already earned the nickname Clambuster for her ability to crack a man's illusions of himself and render him spineless, soft, have him flopping about after her with his dignity nothing more than a trail of droppings. Chloe told Sylvia that she had picked Sunday, knowing that most on that block were likely late-sleeping heathens, and those who were up at a decent hour were probably at church. The front steps would be empty of sitting-outs who might notice her and get to Nevada first and warn her. Chloe hung back at the corner, prepped Sylvia to draw Nevada out of her house by saying that she was girlfriend to Cephas's brother, that Cephas had a surprise for her waiting at the corner. Sylvia had not challenged Chloe on the logic, though she thought if she were Nevada, she certainly wouldn't fall for such a story. She watched the door to Nevada's house edge open. An older woman appeared in that slice of opening, and Sylvia took in a deep breath. The aroma of baking cornbread wafted out and surprised her. She hadn't expected such a righteous aroma, had expected a whore's heavy perfume, or gin, stale coffee even, but not cornbread. Nor had she expected to be eyed by the likes of this wild-looking woman, whose hair was out and unrestrained, her feet bare. She made clucking sounds as she raised her eyebrows at Sylvia. "Well?" Sylvia mustered up the sweetest smile she could feign. "Excuse me, ma'am. I'm here to call on Nevada." "You friend to my granddaughter?" "Like to be, ma'am." Sylvia lied. "We made acquaintance the other day at Friedman's on Reed Street, where I was looking at white muslin blouses." The woman let go a half-whistle, half-woof howl of a laugh, and Sylvia jumped back. "Hold on," she said finally, as she closed the door. Sylvia looked down to the end of the block. She could see the bananas of Chloe's head edging around the corner. She thought about leaving. The woman could just as soon be going to retrieve a butcher knife as she was to be calling her granddaughter to the door. She was about to turn to walk down the steps when the door opened all the way, and the smell of cornbread returned, and there Nevada stood. Sylvia was shocked by Nevada's appearance. She wasn't much older than Sylvia, with an innocent-looking roundness to her face. Her coloring was more red than light, and a clump of freckles trekked from her right eye in the shape of a teardrop. Her mound of brown, bushy hair had come out of a braid, and Sylvia could see nothing about her that justified the clambuster characterization. Not even in what she wore, a simple pale blue, ankle-length dress held closed with a wide sash. Her feet, like her grandmother's, were bare. Nevada smiled then. "Good day," she said. "I know you? My name is Sylvia. I live on Addison."